So when solving absolute value equations, you're always going to start by setting up two equations. This goes back to the idea that you can have two equations as part of your piecewise function. You have one equation where the absolute value is positive, and then you would just have our x plus 8 equals 4x plus 6. But we also have our other equation where our entire absolute value would be negative. So you just put a negative outside in front of that function. Solve both of them separately. Move your x over, move your 6 over. X equals 2/3. And over here, distribute your negative. And x equals negative 14/5. Then another thing you're going to have to do with your solutions is sometimes absolute value equations can have extraneous roots. So we're going to do that left side and right side verification again. So we're going to verify the 2/3. Our left side and our right side of our original equation. So if I plug in 2/3, I'll have 2/3 plus 8 on the left side. And on the right side, I'm going to have 4 times 2/3 plus 6 in absolute values. So again, anytime you're verifying, you're going back to the original equation. 8 is the same as 24/3, so this becomes 26/3 on the left. And here we're going to have absolute value of 8/3 plus 6 is 18/3, which becomes 26/3 inside of the absolute value. Once you've got a single number in the absolute value, that's when you can figure that out. It's going to stay 26/13, so we know that this answer is correct. Oh, sorry, 26/3. Thank you. I have another. I don't know where that 13 came from. I just added a line because I was doing absolute values. They look like ones. And for the second one, when we're verifying negative 14/5, again, you set up your left side and your right side. One of the things to check for verification is, since my right side was in absolute values, what do we know about the right side of the equation? It's always going to be positive. So when things are extraneous roots is when you plug them into the left side, and when I plug this into the left side, can you see that there's a possibility that my left side might be negative? We have to simplify it, but there's a negative number plus a positive number. It could be possibly negative. In this case, it's not, because once we get a common denominator, it's 40/5, and so it's going to work out to be 26/5, and it's a positive number. But sometimes you're going to simplify that one side that doesn't have the absolute values, and you're going to get a negative number. And then you'll know right away from that point that that side was an extraneous root, because the other side's going to be positive. When I simplify this, I'm going to get Negative 56 over 5 plus 30 over 5, which ends up being negative 26 over 5. The absolute value of negative 26 over 5 is positive 26 over 5. So this one works as well. Question number 8 is one of these ones that you can do for practice. So you'll set up your two equations, and then you'll solve them both and verify them both.